Hey, what's the haps up in this hizzy, my homies? That was dumb. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully someone will come later. I hope this layout looks good. I'm not really feeling it. Looks kind of weird. Maybe I should just go like that, or maybe if I put a logo on the side for it, it's just me. It is just me today. Other people are busy at the moment. I got that one. That's not very good though. But it is just me tonight. Everyone else is busy at the moment, which is understandable. The reason I'm doing it alone is I'm trying to keep it consistent every week. Trying to. We'll see how this goes. There is some things I want to talk about though. Sorry, introductions. Welcome to DDiscussioMs, right there. Or discussions with DDM, but I'd rather you prefer this complicated version. If you have trouble pronouncing it, here's the unedited, here's the pronunciation. DDiscussioms. It has not been updated. That's the word. It has not been updated yet, and I feel like I need to because it doesn't look very good. I'll try again. But yeah. Looking at it, this format here, that'll do for right now. So what's on the agenda for today? Well, as you can see on the cover of this live stream, Daredevil Born Again was released Tuesday of last week, and first 2 episodes, and I'll give you my review on them. I watched them with Ty, and we both kind of have the same opinion on it, but you'll hear my opinion in just a second. We might even break down the episodes a little bit, just quickly break them down. And there's that's the main thing. There's just other little bits and pieces of news, I guess, that are interesting. They've brought some feelings to me. They've made me feel not necessarily happy in a bad way. Let's say that. There's a lot of things now where it's just so entertainingly awful, or at least entertainingly lame, if that's a thing. But yeah, we got 2 people watching, so that's good. Hello, 2 people. How are you today? Sounds like Gru. Hello. I can't do that. Nope. Not even gonna attempt that. That was either Dr. Doofenshmirtz or Gru. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. All right. So actually, let's start off with a fun fact. This was very interesting to me. You know those like things that you think about where it's not something that you look up, but you think of something and it's like, I wonder how many of this is whatever, or like, I wonder how does that affect that or whatever. And so one question I've thought is like, how many movies are there in the world? And this is very interesting to me. Looked it up on Google, and sometimes you can't really trust Google. But some things are factual from other websites. But even then, I could be wrong. How do I share my screen? I forgot to share how to share my screen. Here we go. I'll let you guys guess. For those watching, I'm going to let you guys take a guess in the comments. We got to get some interaction going here if we can. Good. Type down in the comments, how many movies do you think there are in the world? And this is according to Quora, I think. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. You guys got 30 seconds to guess. I'm lonely. Come on. Yeah, I know screen sharing was canceled. Give me a break. So that was 20 seconds already. Just wasted. 10 seconds. It was probably less than 10 seconds, but 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Devon, how are you? There is a lot. There is a lot. Definitely right about that. Number wise, what do you think? Like, what number? Give a random number. Because this is actually kind of interesting when I found this out. Yeah. Because there's so many movies, yes. And it was honestly kind of short. I'll give it a hint. That's the hint. It's shorter than I thought it would be. I don't even know if that's a hint or not, but I won't hold you in suspense any longer. I will let you know right now. So, the number of movies in the world are drum roll. It is 500,000. I was expecting more, but let's see. Feature-length films estimated to be 500,000 feature-length films that have been produced globally throughout the history of cinema, both narrative and documentary films, all across all genres and languages. Oh well, indeed, that is a lot right there. Yeah, I just thought that was cool. This is not something you don't really think about until like just when you're today years old. Let's check this out. Actually, who is the world #1 movie? Wow, that is bad grammar. This is just box office, though, isn't it? Yeah, that would be. Avatar does not deserve. Hot take: Avatar does not deserve the hype that it gets. I think Avatar is lame. No, I have not seen Avatar, but I can say that it's my opinion. Avatar does not look good. I'm talking about the movie, obviously, not the show. I've heard the show Airbenders was good, so I can't really. And people say this is good too. I don't see it as much as with that. Where's the time to watch all of it? I was thinking about that too. So like if you oh man, I gotta get this hair out of my face. There we go. So thinking about it, so I'm 20 years old and there's 365 days in a year, sometimes 366. So that would be 369. 365 times 20. This is an interesting topic here. All right, so if you look up, that's my clock app. That's not calculator. 365 times 20. I hope I'm mathing right. So that's 7,300. So not even 10,000 days into my life. Dang. Where's your crew at? They are busy at the moment. That's fine. They're They're cool. It is sad not to have them today, but that's all right. I get it. All right. So I guess no, hang on. New layout let's look pretty. Yeah, it is a bummer. Well, Daredevil Born Again. I would talk about that. It just came out a week ago, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you my quick review before talking about it in depth. So, so before the show came out, everyone was skeptical about it, and because like you said in the comments, Daredevil is a 10 out of 10. Yeah, the original show is amazing. It's in my top 10 shows of all time. So if you screw that up, especially with what Disney's going through right now and how stupid they've been with their movies, it's like that's just a no-go. And everything with Disney Plus, they're losing subscribers, and Disney Plus has not been very successful. And so when they said Daredevil was getting a show, a reboot, that pissed everyone off, including myself. And so yeah, we were rightfully worried because the people. So one thing you have to remember, Kevin Feige was not in control of the Netflix Marvel shows, and that's what Daredevil was, along with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, Defenders. Those were all Netflix shows, and that allowed the directors of the shows more creativity, I think. Say what you will about them, but they looked different from, well, actually, Marvel in general looked different from what we have now, but you could tell there's a difference between Disney and whatever Netflix was doing back in the day. And it was really well done. And so yeah, it's something you couldn't mess up. But here they are now. So the first two episodes came out, and I don't like it. I don't think it's good. It's not horrible, but it is kind of bad. It's better than the recent stuff we've gotten. It's better than Captain America. I'm just going to say Falcon. It's better than Falcon Brave New World. It's better than anything else on Disney Plus that I've seen and heard about. It's definitely better than like Quantumania and the Marvels and Multiverse of Madness, all that. But it's still in the schlock of the MCU that we have now. It's still Disney-fied Marvel that is so bad. I'm with you there. Yeah. So I think it's well made to an extent. Some of the coloring in the show is kind of weird because compare it to the previous show, there was a lot of good color theory. But there was good coloring at least in the previous show, and it was very well done. Everyone gave a crap, and now you're getting just the same people you got for the other shows. And filmmaking wise, it's good, and the actors are do a very good job as well. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, amazing. They do a great job back in character again, to an extent. That's the thing. It's like all to an extent. Everything feels weird about this show. The writing is shoot. It's shoot. Shite. Can I say that? I'll say shite. The writing is not good. The characters feel butchered to me. Kingpin definitely, and Matt Murdock, and some characters you don't even see that much who are rumored to who are. Who were returning. We'll get into that. something feels off, and just all throughout. And it's such a it's a weird experience I had watching it. Ty felt the same way. I'll let him speak on it whenever he's back. Also let him speak for himself, but um, it's not something I would recommend for those who love the previous Daredevil show. And if you do, good for you. It's personal preference, but there's a lot of problems with it that I have. So I guess we can get into spoiler talk. Spoilers right there for you. I guess we could start to break it down a little bit. For the most part, just talk about what happens. Maybe not scene for scene, but just the majority. It opens up with Matt, Karen, and Foggy back, so that was good. And you get to see them kind of, like in the original show, you see them going back and forth. There was a weird comment said like about nostalgia. I don't know. I caught on to that and I was like, that's kind of weird. And especially with the context of this show. And it was a little weird. It was like them saying, oh, we're going to change things up a bit about the show that you like so much. And I don't like that. I didn't like that. I'm not going to play the actual thing, but I will like pause it in certain areas. Spoilers, everyone. So there they are walking down the street. There they are. Happy people. It's nice to see him back. And then they go to the bar and Karen and Matt are talking. And Foggy's talking with this random, these are two characters here who I don't know, who were not in the previous show, but that guy knows who Matt is later in the show. That guy right there, I forgot his name. And for some reason, Foggy is talking to this one other lawyer lady. And what's weird is that I think, didn't Foggy already have a fiance or something? Or he had a girlfriend in season 3. I don't know where she went. People forget this stuff because that's not important. Because no one cares about that character, right? Well, that's stupid. So yeah, he's getting her number and all that. Okay, so Foggy, right here in this scene, where is it? Okay. He gets a phone call from this guy who he has in his apartment, who he's keeping safe from someone. And for some reason, he did not tell Matt about it because I'll get there. But this is meant to be bullseye right here. I like this scene. That was pretty sick. He kills a fly with a paperclip. That's pretty cool. But Foggy did not tell Matt because he didn't want to have to make him be Daredevil again for some reason, which is very out of character for Foggy. It's like, why are you not letting him? Why are you not telling him just because you don't want him to be Daredevil again? What does that mean? That's his job, man. So they're still trying to find the guy. Oh, and this is the break. This is the scene where all that happened, where all the bad stuff happens. Foggy gets shot and he freaking dies from bullseye right here with a freaking alcoholic stomach popping out of his costume here. And there's this whole fight scene right here that's supposed to be one shot. And it's this scene felt really weird to me because Bullseye, so if you go back a little bit, Bullseye is killing people, and Daredevil's fighting him too. Daredevil's getting stabbed. Bullseye's killing people while they're fighting. I feel like I mean, Daredevil's maybe trying his best, but something just feels off about this whole fight. This editing and stuff. There's like CGI that's really tacky. I don't know why you even needed CGI in this thing. And then you just have a whole scene. He's getting stabbed and like he's not affected. He's like super soldier stuff. And they're fighting some more. Foggy is dying, and he dies finally. Daredevil and Karen are distraught. They look like they're about to kiss. So Bullseye is laughing, and Daredevil, oh no, he breaks his rule. Oh no. He throws him off I'll wait till he actually throws him off the building. He throws him off a building. There we go. And he doesn't die. Shows him later. He's right here. And he's not dead. I don't know what kind of experiment they did with him to make him immortal, but that's kind of weird. Karen sees him up there. He takes his mask off, and he's crying over Foggy. And by the way, Foggy's like the heart of the show, and they just kill him off like that. What was the point of all this? And they're going to bring him back. Screw you. Shut up. And yes, it is the MCU, so it's definitely a thing that can happen. But I hate when they do that. So this is when Daredevil decides he's not going to be Daredevil anymore. And he throws his mask off of the building. People are saying this is like the best part of the show. I disagree. I hate this part too. There's a lot of stuff I don't like in this show. But I'm probably not going to break the whole thing down today. This is going to take a long time. But this scene in particular is a big breaking point right here. And I can go into depth. Maybe I'll make a video on it, maybe breaking it down. I'd have to do a bunch of like going back and watching the original show though to make sure I get everything right. I was planning to watch the original show before this, but I never got around to it. And so I've already seen the show, but I felt like I needed a refresher, but I ultimately didn't do it. So now I'm stuck with this. I don't know if I'll find more wrong with it. There are people smarter than me out there who would do that. But yeah. Also, taking into account that Daredevil shows up after, between this show and the Netflix show, he's in She-Hulk, which was awful. Well, before that, he was in No Way Home as a cameo, which is fun, I guess. There was something that was best about his character there, but it was still enjoyable. He showed up in She-Hulk, which is awful. And they made him do the walk of shame. And that was stupid. They gave him a ketchup and mustard suit. He shows up. Where else does he show up? Echo. He shows up in Echo and fights her for a second. And Kingpin's also in that show. And he's in Hawkeye. And those shows did irreparable damage. Irreparable, whatever the word is. They did significant damage to Kingpin as a character and just emasculated him or demasculated him. I can't think of the word. Dang it. I can't word right now. But you know what I mean. There's a lot of really messed up things they did. They massacred my boys. Murdoch and Fisk. And I can't get over that. Yes, Wilson Fisk in this show. Briefly, I'll talk about it. He is such an idiot in this show. I don't know if I could even pull it up, but there's so much where he's just he's just a goober in this show. It's just insulting, embarrassing. I can't. I just can't take him seriously, and yeah, and you hardly see Karen throughout this show. Like she's at the beginning of the show, or the beginning of the first episode, and she does nothing other than having, there has to be drama. They have to be split apart, Matt and Karen, because of Foggy's death, which is like, what? Okay, we're doing this again. And by again, I mean just in other movies and shows that do this stuff, and it's so annoying. Who knows? Maybe Karen will show up next episode or episode 3 or further on. But so far, I am not liking this show, really. I would not recommend it. I'd give this so far. I don't hate it as much as I did Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I think I gave that a 3. No, I gave Brave New World a 3. I give this a 4. I'll be generous. Realistically, I think I'd do a 3.5, but I would do a 4 just for like visuals like this. Like this is a great shot here, which I don't know how it got so far away from this building that he threw it off right here. You see, if you look at it. So like he's standing over here on the build. I don't know, it's perspective crap. I don't know, but he's like standing over here, all the way over here, and he throws his helmet off. I don't know if it's just straight down or if he like threw it like that. I don't remember how he did it, but it doesn't matter, man. What am I doing? 4 out of 10 so far. Hey, no, it's okay, man. You are cool. So actually, Ty, I don't know if you're still watching or not, but you watched the show with me. I would like to know the number score you would give it so far for the first 2 episodes, if you're still there. But yeah, I'm not that the first 10, 15 minutes of that were very, was it 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes. And it's not that great. Let's see. Talked about Daredevil. So Marvel's not thriving right now, but neither is DC. Not to say DC is arguably worse or anything, but they're struggling with some things. So apparently, DC's YouTube account got hacked. I didn't know about this. There's I don't really know about the subject that well, but I found I don't really know where to go for this news. Cosmic Book News is what I have open. I guess we'll just read what they have for us right here. And they have a white screen. That's such cringe when they have a white screen, because it's just like, because I look weird. If you look at it, it's really going to make me, I'm just going to darken my screen. Yes. Let's take a look. Blame Lex Luthor. The official DC YouTube channel has been taken down as apparently it was hacked by Koreans or someone pretending to be Korean. Why would you assume that it's someone Why does it matter? Why does that matter? Update: the DC YouTube channel has been restored. Okay, it has been restored, but let me curl my back for a second. Oh, there we go. Anyway, prior to being taken down, fans noticed that the username was changed to JinwoolJW10710. The description was also changed to Korean and translated via Google states in part, Yohajung 10710 Lee Jinwoo's personal account. The display image was also changed to some sort of graph. Now this is This is kind of funny. Look at that. And that graph, it's a Korean because math. Sorry. That was racist. I'm so sorry. That was insensitive. Presently, when visiting the DC YouTube channel, the channel is blank and empty and states this channel is not available. Dang, dude. Someone is fired. Someone's definitely getting fired. Yeah, it's not looking good. Who is responsible? It's unknown how the DC YouTube channel was hacked or by who. Even though it was changed to Korean, the hacker could very well be of a different origin. Yeah. If I had to guess, I am guessing YouTube itself wasn't hacked. That possibly someone got access to the DC YouTube password and changed things. We'll update once the DC YouTube channel is back online with any updates. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, the description looks weird, and got this stuff we saw before. That is very weird. So I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. I just find it kind of funny. Like, I mean, it's not good, but just the fact that DC seems like he's struggling in general. And maybe, I don't know if it's all solely just because of James Gunn and how he's never done something like this big before. Probably not. Big things get hacked all the time, but it's just funny, right? Like right at the height of like him trying to make something at the beginning, it's gotten this is hit a low like that. And speaking of that, trying to start a whole universe and not really sure if it's going to work. There have been things about the Superman test screenings, and this is on the Direct. Superman 2025 movie test screening rumors reveal early reactions to DCU's first film. Lame joke. Before I read that, let me see. What rating would you give the 2 episodes we've watched, and what are your hopes for the upcoming 3rd episode? I gave it a 4 out of 10. It's more generous of me. I would have said 3.5. But for the 3rd episode, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what I want to expect. Right now, I just feel like I don't really care. But I want to watch it just because I need to. Just to let you guys know what I think. By the way, we haven't even finished Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I like it was the same thing. I don't care anymore. What would you give it, Ty, so far? Let's look at this article. Is Superman terrible, tremendously good, or something in between? The first rumored test screening reactions have arrived. After Warner Brothers suffered 5 flops in a row with the DCEU's final movies. That is embarrassing. Plenty is riding on Superman to kickstart James Gunn's Blue Brand reboot in style. Yeah, it's always funny when it's like, yeah, we're deciding that your franchise is going to be over. What you gonna do? Well, since we're shutting down, might as well release this crap just to get it out there. And that's really sad. The Flash, probably the biggest flop of them all, just because of the fact that it had so much going for it. But anyway, test screenings rumored to mixed reactions. Ooh boy. As Superman edges closer to flying into theaters and test screenings are held, several insiders have shared rumors of what they're hearing from the first audiences to experience the DCU flick in its incomplete form. First up came Jeff Snyder, who spoke on the Hot Mic podcast and rolled back previous comments where he said Superman was improving Instead, the insider declared how his best source has heard the movie is terrible. I put out that newsletter. Wow. Not the newsletter. Get down from there. I put out that newsletter the other night where I mentioned that I heard good things about Superman, that the internals, not the Eternals, said it was improving. But I got a call from my best source after that newsletter. He said, "Great newsletter tonight, but you got one thing wrong, and that's about Superman, which I continue to hear is terrible." Speaking on the John Campea show, the titular YouTuber was asked whether fans should believe Snyder's comments calling Superman terrible. While he was clear in his trust for Snyder's reliability, he noted that he heard the exact opposite, being the movie's is tremendously good. And it goes on and on. May contain a lot of humor. James Gunnisms. There you go. Definitely there. The fans should disregard any rumors. Okay. Once the movie's finished, don't criticize the movie. It's going to be great because James Gunn is a god among men. I hate Gunn. I don't hate them. I dislike Gunn fanboys that are like, oh, let him cook. He makes perfect films. No, he doesn't. Guardians 3 is debatable. I don't have strong feelings for Guardians 3. It's obviously the least best Guardians film. I don't think it's very great. I don't think it's that great. Creature Commandos was fine. It wasn't anything special. It's the best thing I've watched this year so far, probably. So there's something. But let's see. I think you should believe that's what we heard. I will come out and say the exact opposite. I heard it's tremendously good. I won't say who I heard that from, but I'm not a scooper. I've heard it's actually very good. They really want this to be good. I don't know what the obsession is like, stop hating on it. Let us hate things. We can hate things. Not just for the sake of it. We have reasons. And like, say what you will about Zack Snyder fanboys and Zack Snyder Superman in general, but Henry Cavill's perfect casting. I will agree with that. There are filmmaking things that Snyder does better from what I've seen. The costume is better than this this. It's like a 3XL on this extra large Superman. I don't know. I didn't have very strong feelings, and personally, I don't like when the music plays for the was it Christopher Reeve Superman. Like, stop relying on that. Just make new music like the Batman did. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff here. Why fans shouldn't worry about it. Oh, this is funny. Okay. Why fans shouldn't worry about Superman's mixed test screening rumors. The advice that fans should disregard rumor test screenings may be something to listen to. Not only Superman being screened in an incomplete state, but reported early reaction, blah, 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 blah. For one, Variety once reported The Flash had been extraordinarily well received at test screenings in July 2022. However, when the DCEU blockbuster came to theaters, it did so with a fairly poor B cinema score. That's crazy. From audiences, it was generally not well liked by the rest of the fandom. Ant-Man and the Wasp was fun as hell, and MODOK steals the show. Oh, you could say that. Yeah. Oh, this is such stupid logic. Well, when these movies were received good in the test screenings, then they were bad in the final products. So if it's bad in the test screenings, then it should be good in the final product. What? That is such stupid logic. What are you talking about? That is so dumb. No, I'm not listening. Now I know Superman's probably going to be bad because you say that. I hope it's bad now. I hope he's not right. Because this is absolute dog crap. This logic. No, that's you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's mixed. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel. Superman, if it's bad, it's gonna be evident that yeah, we're not carrying on with this franchise. If that's bad, we're done. And that's very sad. That is very, very sad. I don't know. I said before, the whole layout, but even before you made the shows, or like before the shows even came out, the layout was weird. We were already worrying. Also, James Gunn said that the Flash was good. So yeah. He probably had to say that, but damn. So yeah, DC, I'm not liking DC so much. Well, maybe what are other franchises? Harry Potter, maybe we could see what's happening with Harry Potter. Yeah, they're making a new Harry Potter show for those who forgot. You know, I really a character that I thought was pretty interesting. Snape, Severus Snape. It's pretty neat. Alan Rickman was perfect. You probably need someone that looks like him and acts like him that could probably do it. You know, Adam Driver, I think would have been that'd be an interesting choice. I wonder if they would do that though. Nope, never mind. Who boy? Who is this? Who is that? Because that is not that. And I'm not even going to say out loud because you should already know what I'm talking about. Why are you race swapping Snape? Before we get into it, though, it's specifically stated in the book. I think I'm paraphrasing it, but it is specifically stated in the book that Snape was pale and he had a pointy nose and you know, he looked sickly kind of. It's definitely pale. Snape description in the book. Here we go. So here's what it says. Snape is described as a thin man with sallow skin, a large hooked nose, and yellow, uneven teeth. He has shoulder-length, greasy black hair, which frames his face, and cold black eyes. He wears black, flowing robes, which give him the appearance of an overgrown bat. So he's already black, kind of. You don't need to make him black again. See, look. How are you going to make this? How are you going to make this work with a black man? You're not. That's the thing. You're not going to do this. You're not going to have him look like this. You may have him look like that. Handsome Snape. But you're not going to do this. Why would you? You don't give two craps about source material. That's really cool fan art. I like that. See, this is what I would like you to do. Don't make a live action. Don't do it. It's annoying. If you want to do accuracy, animation's always the way to go. And you can do it with Harry Potter easily. It may take a little time, but it's possible. You don't have to go this detailed, but you could definitely make it work. And you know what? Why don't you take your time with it? You can make it arcane style Harry Potter. That'd be sick as frick. That'd be so cool. What was this, like Disney style Snape? Oh man, look at that Disney Snape. That's so cool. There's so many great ideas here that you could do. And like the reason I say animation, well, for one thing, good character, mainly good character accuracy. Because look, these people get it here. And you know, it all comes down to like whoever's behind the show, and studios are probably in like the woke stuff that's happening. That it's like that, and like where the Oscars are doing that thing. It's like if you don't have someone of a certain ethnicity, if it's all just white people, we can't have you in our movie because it's just white people and you're racist. And I think it's kind of the same thing for movie studios. It's like we gotta cast someone who's black or someone who is not white, at least to show up in our project. And it's so stupid. You don't have to. And you certainly do not have to race swap someone who, even if it's not specific to the character, there's no need for doing that. And specifically, but this is a very special case with Snape, who is pale and who has pointy nose, who looks like that. Let me see. But animation, like I was saying, trumps everything else, especially with fantasy stories like this. That's the way to go for a Harry Potter show. Let me see. Real quick. I haven't read this. We could read this in a second, but I do want to look up Adam Driver's Snape. Let's look at this. See if I can find a good. Yeah, I can see. Look, it's perfect. It wouldn't be as good, but it would be better than whatever the frick they're talking about doing. That's just awesome. That's not Adam. Well, that is Adam Driver a little bit, but this would work so much better. You can do it. I think he would be happy to do it. If you gave him something to work with, he could do it very well. He does comedy well. He does serious roles well. I could even see him as Inspector Gadget. I think he'd be great as not Mr. Fantastic, Inspector Gadget. Sorry. I've thought about like, what if I've had ideas for an Inspector Gadget movie or show or whatever, and I think he'd, that's the one I thought of. Now I'm not the only one. Or Adrian Brody. You know what? Not Adrian Brody. For those who know about the Oscar speech he did, you know what I'm talking about. See, look at that. Look at that. It's not that hard. But no, you get this dude probably. It's like, why? Why? Of all, you know what? If you had at least one race swap and it wasn't him, I'd be fine with it. But it's like, this, are you serious? This guy, what? Stress sex. Stress phone. What the heck? That's weird. My reaction, honestly. Captain Picard memes are always funny. But Deadline. Oh, Deadline. Gave us that wonderful Kathleen Kennedy interview. Let's see. Sorry, my back and neck are just giving me problems. I need to look at these comments here. That's not the one. Sorry, but I gotta go. Have a good rest. Thank you. You have a good one yourself. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Are you talking about the? Well, I don't know if you're talking about the Snyder Cut or the other one. Also, there's a thunderstorm outside too, so we're getting rain. Why are there underwear women? Did I just? Why did I call them that? Underwear women, as opposed to nope. Have a good rest of the podcast, David P. Yeah, you too, man. You have not a good rest of the podcast, but you have a good one too. I guess we can read this. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Can I block these? Hang on. Okay, I think we're good right now. We're in a good space. HBO is closing in on 2 more main cast members for its high-profile series adaptation of the hugely popular Harry Potter fantasy books. Just speak normal. I know it's your job, but I don't want to read all this. It's like a High Top Films video. Oscar and Emmy-nominated actress Janet McTeer is in negotiations to play Professor Minerva McGonagall. Source tells Deadline. Source, stop! Underwear! Stop it. I hate this. I need an ad blocker. Let's see if I could just skip a certain... I'm trying not to be lame when I do that. You just have to look. Just don't look at the underwear. Additionally, I'm trying to look. Additionally, Emmy nominee Papa Essiedu, I don't know how to say that. One of the first actors identified for the series is closing his deal to portray Professor Severus Snape, I hear. It probably will happen. They are poised to join John Lithgow, who, as Deadline reported, okay, he'll be Dumbledore. Okay, I like that. That's good casting. See? That's good casting. HBO declined comment. We appreciate that such a high-profile series will draw a lot of rumor and speculation. The network said in a statement, as we make our way through pre-production, we'll only confirm details as we finalize deals. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find most little nuggets. It's called the show a faithful adaptation. My ass, it's a faithful adaptation. You're doing this crap. Dive deep into each of the iconic books. Yeah. Let's see. I am not a Harry Potter book. Stop with the underwear. Stop. Okay, you know what? You get the point. Also, there's just underwear, and I don't want to see the underwear. What the heck? There we go. Angry Harry Potter fans hit out. Oh boy. Now we're gonna get told. If we can, yeah. Let's do this. Furious Harry Potter fans have hit out as HBO over the casting of Severus Snape in a new TV series just days after being upset about a U.S. star who was cast as Dumbledore. Well, that's good casting. Let's see. Sam Elliott. Yeah, there's ads on there too. Why are there so many ads that I don't want to see? Yeah, so you get the point. People were like, the fans are angry. They're not even fans. If you're angry about a black man playing a pale man described in the book, who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the story. Well, why even do it in the first place? You're right, but considering the worldviews of today and how we're doing it now, it was not a problem back then. You had a black kingpin, and it wasn't a problem. It was just like, okay, he's a big dude, that the biggest dude we could think of at the moment right now, before Vincent D'Onofrio, and yeah, that works. He'll work just fine because he's a big dude, the guy from Green Mile. In the Daredevil movie. But, that was just like, okay, you'll work. It wasn't anything like, oh, we're trying to make it like, oh, white people suck. That's basically what they're saying now. But yeah, that's Snape for you. And I'm sorry that this is happening. We're almost an hour in, so that's good. So this might be a very short episode, but let's see. I have two other topics I want to talk about briefly. One's more brief than another, but real quick, let's take a little break. I'll be right back, and y'all just you zero viewers hang tight. And yeah. Okay, I'm back. How long was I going for? Like 3 minutes? Something like that? Sorry, I was getting a little hungry. I got some nachos. Sorry. Getting my nachos ready because I found something very entertaining. And the thing about like entertaining things, you got to have a snack. And I thought I'd share it with y'all real quick. I found this to be very funny. This is from Marvel. So, like indicator right there. But this is a trailer, a promotional thing that Marvel did right here. They basically we're saying that the stuff or like I'm going to start over. I can't speak. So this is a new preview of Thunderbolts coming out, and this is basically saying that the creatives behind this movie are from A24. So if you don't know what A24 is, it's a movie studio that makes weird and like artsy films. Despite if they're good or not, if it's A24, people are like, oh, it's A24. Some stuff is really stupid from A24. But, because of Marvel's failures, so many of them, they're really desperate for you to see this, okay? Because Captain America Brave New World was bad. Daredevil's debatable. I think I've heard people like it, though. Not me. But they really need this to work. And so what are we going to do? Well, let's look at these other really, well-made movies. Let's see, because these people made this, so it'll be good for this. I'll let you see for yourself. Let's watch it right now. Very funny.
There's something wrong.
Okay. So we got the stars from the A24 movies right here. That's interesting. Okay, Beef. I did watch half of the show. It's pretty good, but it's an A24 show. So A24, good show, but that may not translate into another show. So you can't really depend on that. So it's like, and it's tempting to, I will admit, when Sam Raimi was set to make Multiverse of Madness, I was excited. But then the movie came out and it was bad. So, that could always happen. Good directors, good writers can have bad things happen. You can't really trust them to make something good all the time. Oh, so we got the cinematographer of The Green Knight. Ooh. The production designer of Hereditary. So we need, so these are A24 movies, guys. You like those? You like those movies? I have not. I don't know what that is. You get the point, though, what I'm doing, like what I'm saying, right? It's like, see all these well-made things, despite if they're good or not. See these well-made by this fancy movie studio. This is basically an A24 movie. Go watch it.
Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Freaking Bob doing a boy century like that, dude. Yes! Yeah! Okay, that was kind of funny. That cut off there. But, you get what I'm saying. They're trying really hard, and this is what they think. It's like, oh, like you'll watch, see these good movies, and they're like, oh yeah, so yeah, if it's A24, yeah, I'll go see this one if those people behind it. But that doesn't make sure that it's going to be good. Like that doesn't. People behind movie studios are just so dumb. And this is the kind of things that'll make you like, this is what they think that how you'll react. And it's just not true. They're out of touch. And just because these actors were in a movie, that means that it's going to be good. And by the way, what's with like trying to mess up the Marvel Studios logo now, like trying to make it different? Brave New World did this at the beginning of their movie. They didn't even do the fanfare or nothing. They didn't do the traditional logo. I don't know what's going on here. This is kind of reminding me of the trailer for Kinds of Kindness, if you know what I'm talking about, where it had like yellow, red, blue letters, and they're doing it a lot, like in this area right here. Where is it? Did it with Yelena, Red Guardian, John Walker, the best character, probably going to be my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, this is another reason why it's like, yeah, this is probably going to bomb because of what they're trying to do here. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that movie. I guess one more little bit of news is that the Backrooms movie is coming out. I know nothing about Backrooms, which is, I think it's another A24 movie. So, wow, A24. Just I'm going to share my screen here. Yeah, so there is an image out for this. This is one of them. There are other ones too. That looks pretty good. Get lost. I keep thinking of Mr. Boss from Smiling Friends going, because you'll get lost. I love that show. That's what I think of when I hear you get lost now. If you can hear it, it can hear you. Generic horror poster. And that's one thing. It's like with game adaptations, like horror games, it's like generic horror movie marketing. Let's see. What if I type in A24 beside? There we go. Ow. There we go. Ow, gracious. Let's see. There was one where a face was coming out of a wall. Oh, I found it. It doesn't look bad. I need to play the game for myself. Donovan knows more about this than I do, I think. He was the one that was looking forward to it more than I was. But it doesn't look bad. We'll see how it goes. But I think I'm going to stop here for the night. But thanks for watching, for the ones who stuck around for a little bit. Be sure to leave a like on this video in post time. What are you saying? Be sure to stay on the lookout for other episodes of this podcast. Be sure to check out more of my videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. And happy daylight savings time.